arrested in the explosion case. Times Now has accessed the F.I.R. copy. Investigation is currently underway. Some details of the F.I.R. are coming to fore now. Let's go across to Neha, who's getting us more details. Yes, Neha, what does the F.I.R. copy say?
Well, yes, we've just managed to access the F.I.R. of course, in this entire case, which clearly shows that a case has been booked against Salim, who happens to be the balloon seller, the deceased in this case, under the Explosives Act. Now, remember, of course, while what we pick up right now is that there are 4 victims in this case, 2 who are currently critical and 2 who sustained minor injuries, of course, who are still recuperating in hospital right now. Even as we are reporting on the details of that F.I.R., I'd like to ask my video journalist Dilip to in fact, give you a sense of this very area, why this particular explosion, though a cylinder explosion in fact, has caused in fact, a little bit of fear in this area, one could call it that. The reason, of course, being that it's right outside the Mysuru Palace, which happens to be a tourist spot. Police, for the moment, the Mysuru police have ruled out any other angles other than this being an accidental helium cylinder explosion. However, of course, as a routine process, sources right now are telling us that teams of the NIA are likely to visit the spot to carry out a routine inspection. Of course, with that being said, when of course questions were also posed there to the district in charge minister H.C. Mahadevappa about what measures are going to be taken now to up the security in this area, because this just of course again to give you context,
right, you were talking about NIA. Neha, stay on with us. We have some breaking inputs coming in. We're given to understand that the NIA team visited the incident site and they have found nothing suspicious. That's what we're picking up. Victims' antecedents have been checked. Mysuru police have confirmed that Salim's antecedents have been checked and nothing suspicious has been found so far. The NIA has also not found anything suspicious behind this incident, which is what we're given to understand happened because of a gas cylinder blast. Let's go back to Neha, who continues to be with us. Neha, so the NIA team has found nothing suspicious.
Well, that is, of course, what sources right now, from Delhi are informing us that reportedly the NIA had already visited the spot earlier and that nothing suspicious as such was found. However, of course, we'll really have to wait and see right now. Even the Mysuru police for the moment have ruled out any suspicious angle of, any explosives or any other material for that matter being used. It was merely a helium cylinder blast is what they've maintained. Of course, why this caused a bit of concern was that given that, this happens to be a tourist hub right now, Mysuru Palace, world famous, in fact, happens to see a lot of visitors here on a day-to-day basis, and this could have been, more dangerous is the fear that many echoed. When we posed this question to the district in charge minister, Mr. H.C. Mahadevappa, who was in the hospital earlier, about whether any sort of checks are now going to be done on balloon sellers who use helium, because those cylinders, remember, of course, even in this case, what we know is that the cylinder heated up beyond a point and that's when it exploded. There's nothing suspicious that's been found so far from the spot that we're reporting.
So at the moment, this is what we're picking up. NIA has said there's nothing suspicious found. Thank you very much, Neha, for getting us the details. We're moving on. We have some breaking inputs